Big Rick here with ComicWow, and we're with Justin from Fireside Games to talk about another amazing game out of their warehouse of awesomeness. So what do you got here?
This is Dastardly Dirigibles. This is a steampunk airship building card game that we are super excited about, partly because it's beautiful and secondly because it's awesome. Everyone is playing as an engineer trying to build the best steampunk airship, and you get this mat that shows the airship that's been sliced up into 7 different pieces, kind of like the way a slot machine is. So along the way, you're going to play cards that are the pieces of the airship. So you've got like a little stripe here that's the gondola rear, so I'll put that right where gondola rear goes. Maybe I've got a nose cone. Maybe I've got a wild gondola rear. Oh no, I'll save that for later. How about this? I'll put this lift engine down, and then just for fun, I'll throw another lift engine out. And you'll notice what I'm throwing out are different suits. And the suits actually look different in terms of the aesthetic of the airship, but they're also different suits. And you only score the suit you use the most. So in this case, I have the screw suit that I've used twice. That would get me 2 points for each card, so that'd be 4. And the round ends when somebody builds a complete airship nose to tail. So even if I'm not done, I'm still going to get points. Like I said, this would be a 4-point airship. Now if I'd used a wild card, I'd get 1 point from my wilds, but they sort of fill in the gaps for you, so it's kind of handy. There's a bonus for being the person who goes out first. You get a 2-point bonus. So sometimes building a ship that's kind of a mess is still worth the points for victory, but really a clean ship is always going to score you more. That part's easy. Here's where the game gets its name from, though. The way it works is whenever you play a part to your airship, you are going to call it out by the actual part, and then everyone at the table has to play that part. So let's say I was building a beautiful airship over here, and then you came along and said, oh, that nose cone, that's actually going to get you some points because, you've got other parts that match that. You look in your hand and go, well, I've got a nose cone too. On your turn, you play nose cone. You announce, hey, everyone, nose cone. You get rid of the one here, put the new one out. If he had one in his hand, he'd have to play it, and it would kick his out and be gone. Now, on the other hand, if he starts calling out parts you don't have, you might get to play them for free. So every turn, you're playing cards. Now, the thing is, it's whether you want to or not. If you have the card in your hand, you must play it. So if you plan ahead, you're getting cards for free on other players' turn. If they outplan you, you're kicking out the good stuff with garbage in your hand. So also, just to make sure we keep it truly dastardly, we give you some special cards. These are ones that just flat out hit your opponents for something. For example, hang on to that, it's a bonus point. Here's one that lets you steal cards from your opponent and look at their hand and take one. This you get to call out a part, and if everyone has it, they must give it to you. There's a good old, I'm just going to blow up a piece of your airship because I am that dastardly. So
I like it. It says Tesla Disintegrator.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the Tesla Disintegrator is the card I really like. I am a huge fan of all things Tesla.
Right, exactly. And then, of course, you may appreciate, we have Transmutation, to let you turn one card to another one. There's a Saboteur swinging away from the airship there on fire. And my favorite, the Mechanician. She's just adorable, and she gives you an extra action. So, very good. So you're dropping all this stuff out. Meanwhile, you're messing with people as you build your airship. And in the rules, the very back page of the rules has a handbook of Victorian insults for when people really get under your skin. You can insult them and appropriately time periodic officially insults. So, Skillimalink, things like that.
Skillimalink?
Skillimalink.
Skillimalink. Very cool. Well, there you have it. That is Dastardly Dirigibles by Fireside Games. Thanks for your time, Justin. And I'm Big Rick, and we'll see you at your game shop.